4 de estos.
Hi guys, and welcome back to yet another. Wait, where's my... Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Before we start our date, I just want to say something real quick. I'm very tired. It's day 9 of the quarantine, and I had a lot of expectations of like what I'm gonna do during this time and how I'm gonna develop. And I have worked and done a lot of things, but at the same time, I spent 3 days in my bed, sleeping 11 hours per night and watching movies and shows and feeling miserable. So I decided to let go of all of those expectations and just take it day by day. And if I want to be in bed all day, I will. If I want to be on my computer working, I will. You know, for the first time it feels like the whole world is in the same emotional state as me, so we can do this together. Anyways, for today's topic, I made a poll to see what you guys want to hear, what you guys want to talk about, and I was so certain that most people will choose the first option, which is dealing with the pressure to decide your career path. But no, most of you guys want to hear what it's like to be Russian. And so I set my mind to telling you about all the marvelous things about growing up in Russia and all the awful things about it and everything in between. But then I got this comment, please do the first one. I have no one to talk to about this and there are literally no YouTube videos on this topic. As a person who was a very anxious teenager and constantly felt stressed about having to decide my future at 16, I really want to do the first topic today just because of the comment, and I will cover the other two later this week. Let's chat. I'm not a professional in education or psychology or coaching to give like very structured advice. All I know is that I started developing anxiety when I was about 15. That was social anxiety, but so much of it was related to me not knowing what to do in the future. There are many reasons for that. First of all, there wasn't one specific thing that I thought I want to do and I want to study it and that's what I want to be for the next 20 years of my career. Secondly, I was interested in so many things. I wanted to do journalism, I wanted to do diplomacy. At one point, I really wanted to be an actor. Another important thing that caused me this stress of what the hell am I supposed to do is that I went to the US and I was in an exchange year, and if you were ever abroad for a long time, you can probably relate to this feeling of your whole reality shifting because you see new ways of living. I just want to say that it's extremely unfair that we have to choose a career path when we're so freaking young. We don't have much experience. Honestly, just trying to figure ourselves out, and we're just put under so much stress of getting the best grades in high school, graduating high school, applying to all the colleges, using those good grades if you did a good job in those 4 years in high school to get into a good college, and then it's difficult to pay for college because it's super expensive, and then you may graduate in something that you end up not wanting to pursue. After being mad at the whole system for some time, I realized that I can't redefine it for myself. Most of the adults that I've met have changed their career path multiple times throughout their lives, and often it's not even what they studied in college. That, of course, if they went to college. Some of them didn't, and they accomplished amazing things without it. If I could go back in time and talk to my 16-year-old self who felt like there was the weight of the world on her to do a great job at everything, understand who she is, because existential crises are real, okay? And make decisions within this weird paradigm we have in our society that if there's something that you really want to do, that's your dream. And then there are other things that you end up doing because, let's be realistic, that's the only way to get money. And that paradigm is there, but at the same time, there's so many stories of people who just did what they love and made money out of that, and like so many success stories because of that, and we just perceive them as outliers, which they obviously are. But then I thought to myself, why can't I be an outlier as well? If there are some people in the world that inspire you and you want to be more like them, learn as much as you can about their lives and what they did. Read that book about Elon Musk, listen to those podcasts by Oprah, watch those interviews of Victoria Beckham, read the biographies of the great people in history that created change. How did they do it? What was their thinking? And what do you want specifically out of your life? Like you, not your parents, not the society, not something that we believe will help us off later on. I think right now I'm in the same position because I'm gonna graduate from college in a year. I like my majors. I'm trying to create this business proposal thesis, and in reality, I don't know what I'm gonna do in a few years. And that's terrifying, but also exciting and amazing, and that's the way I want to focus on it, because there are a million reasons why I would be stressed now, and even more stressed than when I was a teenager, because now there's there's like more financial independence that I'm supposed to have. And the stakes are higher. I pay taxes. I'm supposed to be a more self-actualized person that actually knows what she's doing and what she wants. And to a certain degree that is true, but at the same time, something I found out is that adults don't have any idea about what they're doing. And so when I look at the people that I listed that I admire, when I look at my parents and how their lives have been like this, it kind of makes me accept what my life is gonna be like, because there's never this like stability of happiness when you just reach the social status that you wanted maybe, or the financial freedom that you wanted, or like certain relationships in your life, and then everything's fine. No, life literally goes like this, and accepting these down points that are inevitable, that was like one of the biggest lessons I had to learn. And if I accept that life is like this, right, but it's still beautiful, it's still exciting, and you can't appreciate the good times if you don't have the bad times, whatever, that kind of made me feel like, well, whatever the hell I do, it's still gonna be like this. Whether I drop out of college and try to save up some money, working in a coffee shop in Moscow, and then moving to a small island in the Philippines and trying to make my life there, it's gonna be like this, and I'll be fine. Whether I chose finance as my major at Minerva and I worked for corporate banks after I graduated and made a good living, my life would still be like this. Where that leaves me is just trying to find what I love and doing as much as I can of what I love, and focusing on other things in my life, like personal relationships, being a kind person, having a community around me, trying to create some type of positive impact while I'm on this planet. It kind of takes away this defining aspect of making choices related to my professional life, because it's not all there is to me, and it's definitely not all there is to life. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that wherever you are in the world and whatever you're doing, you're having a wonderful, grateful time. Again, I hope you're just trying your best. That's all we can do. Mwah!